Hello, family. Welcome to Clean Minds Podcast, where we cover and separate the right from the wrongs, the truth from the false. Because what? Even the strongest man on earth still fears to tread upon in such zones. Hey, I was just out and the politics, Kenyan politics, hiyo syllabus mnaipeleka mbio sana. I'm just out from the podcast kiasi, nimerudi, syllabus iko mbali. Yeah? Mmetoa deputy, mmeweka deputy mwingine, mmefanya this syllabus is too fast. But I don't know specifically wapi nianzie, but I just want to tell you I'm back and accept the way you will visualize any of my episode because I'm still to recollect and do what I do best. But let me just have a say on small topic that I've been seeing, and I think as one of citizenry of Kenya, I have to give my thoughts and to this podcast too. Yeah. So I want to address on this matter of numbers do not lie, but by our president, that we have these figures that you are keeping throwing on all of our government platforms that we have done this, our inflation is 2.7, our GDP is growing, our you see, you are specifically telling us that numbers do not lie. Me too, I believe numbers do not lie. But I have a concern on the aspect of numbers, because numbers do not lie. But from the specific thing that numbers do not lie, people misuse that quote by manipulating those numbers and making sure that they suit some narratives. I don't say that the numbers you are giving in to us, Mr. President, or the government agencies, that they are lying or they are manipulated. Maybe they are facts, because 1 + 1 is 2. So whether you are in the cave, you are up the sky, you are on earth, still we believe it is true. But my aspect comes in this way, that when you're explaining economy, especially the economy of a nation, numbers do not carry the total weight. Why am I saying so? When you're talking about the economy of a nation, even if you have maybe 3 experts or even 100 experts who are telling you that the GDP is growing, the inflation rate is 2.7. Those are aspects based on experts, people who understand the economy and such. But what happens to this bigger proportion of the people? Because if you get 3 million or even 10 million people who are telling you that we don't feel that effect, it does not mean that your numbers are lying, but they are viewing it from this perspective, that economy influences directly the quality of life. And in quality of life, the aspect that describes quality of life are health, safety, confidence, you see. Now, in the aspect of maybe health, safety, or confidence, what are the assay units of those things? You don't use any units or numbers specifically to describe the safety of a society. It's unless, and it's only proven this way, that if you have a bigger proportion of the number concluding that this area is safe, then regardless the percentage of what you call it safe, that marks the measure of that community. Let me not make it so complicated. I mean this way, very simple. If you have 6 people who are telling you the GDP is 2.7, that means the the inflation rate is 2.7. That means that the country is moving in the right trajectory. But if you have 10 million people who are telling you that we can't afford our health, we can't go through our streets based on security issues. We have seen the femicide in our country. People are going against because women are being killed. That means the safety aspect is low. So you can't explain the right trajectory of the nation if you can't combine both the qualitative and quantitative measures of the economy. If you want to say that numbers do not lie, let those numbers coincide with the qualitative. You see, if you are saying your numbers are going well, then also we have to feel the effect on the aspect of safety, health. If the two coincides, then we have, in fact, you don't have to tell us that the economy is moving. We'll now say the economy is moving. So, Mr. President, don't pop up those numbers. If I were me, I would have the guts to give you an advice. You don't have to explain to people about your numbers. No. Make sure that those numbers coincides with what they expect. And then the rest will just work out. I thought you need to get that perspective also, or that aspect and school of thought. Thank you, guys.